everybody, Jay here.
Sean here.
And today I'm telling you about the new movie just released on Netflix, All the Bright Places.
I'm glad you remember the title.
I know, I do have trouble remembering titles. Usually I tell Sean to remember the title so I don't have to.
But yeah. I didn't know what it was called.
Well, I struggled with it so much that I think I looked it up so many times yesterday that I'm really just internalizing it now.
Great.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's a great movie, but it's a good movie. And if you're the kind of person who will click on this movie, then I think you're gonna like it. So you didn't see it, I saw it.
Nope, you're taking care of Gertie.
Yes, I was. Gertie and I were cuddled up in bed yesterday, having a mutual sick day, and we watched some teenage romances. Yes. So, All the Bright Places, based on a young adult novel by Jennifer Nivens, is about a young, attractive couple, Elle Fanning and Justice Smith. If you're not remembering where you know that name from.
I'm not. I recognize the name, but I don't know
Detective Pikachu.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah.
That guy.
Okay.
Pikachu's new best friend.
Yep.
So they are the young couple in question. 17-year-olds in high school. I take it back. I was not attracted to any minors in the making of this film. But they find themselves on a bridge one foggy, rainy, maybe evening, or maybe it was really early morning. Was it really early morning, or was it late at night?
More likely late at night if they're 17-year-olds.
True. Okay. It doesn't matter when it was. Nobody else was around. It was just the two of them. The bridge doesn't matter. He was running across it. She was walking on the ledge. So maybe the bridge matters. So she's teetering on the ledge and he's like, "No, don't jump. You have everything to live for." And she's like, "You don't know me." I mean, that's not a direct quote. That's not even a paraphrase, probably. But anyways, she's like, "Leave me alone." And he's like, "I can't. Take my hand." And she does. Or else it would have been a short.
It would have been the most bad short ever.
Yes. But she's very beautiful, so, we have to save her. Even though she wears glasses, guys.
So then there's only there's only an 80% chance that she's actually beautiful.
Beautiful underneath.
Yeah.
Yes. One day she's gonna whip them off and blow everyone away. And that day is coming.
Ooh.
So they both go to the same school, even though they don't really seem to know each other on the bridge. That's fine. And so he is all into her, so he Googles her, as you do, and remembers that her sister recently died in a fiery car crash. So maybe she has reason to be sad. And her parents are sad, and it's a whole thing. So he's gonna save her. Don't worry, guys. He has a plan. Just be charming. Also, conveniently, they get paired together for an assignment at school.
So they're in the same class and they don't know each other.
They don't know each other. They don't know each other. Or he has amnesia about her recent accident. She has amnesia about the fact that he's a social outcast and everybody calls him the freak, even though he's just a handsome, charming guy. So it's a little hard to process. But anyways, the movie has condensed and edited out of a lot of the detail that you may be familiar with the book, in which case you may struggle a little more with this movie. If you're wanting it to be a direct adaptation of the book, it's not.
Have you read the book?
No.
Okay.
Well, who knows? So probably. I read a lot, but I read late at night because I'm an insomniac, so I don't have the best recall for the stuff I read, and we've already established I'm bad at titles, so I often will order the same books all the time, and it'll take me a couple of chapters to be this isn't really familiar. Either I'm psychic or I read this last week. So, I mean, the jury's still out on that one. There's not proof one way or the other yet. Who knows? So where were we in the story? Oh yeah, he's a social outcast. She's a tragedy girl. And now they're paired together for a class assignment where they have to go visit like landmarks, wander their great state of Indiana.
Oh boy.
Now, this is not a tourism brochure. This movie will make you realize there is nothing to see in Indiana. Nothing to see in Indiana.
We already knew that.
Well, yeah, and so do they. It's really sad the places they come up with. Like literally they go to like the tallest point, which happens to be like a boulder. And I felt so sad. We live in the capital of our country. So like the stuff that's on our money is in this city. We're very good at landmarks here. We don't even notice them anymore, even though we met at the most famous landmark probably in the city. The government building, Parliament Hill. But yeah, they don't got anything in Indiana. It's very, and also here's the added challenge. She doesn't get in cars since the accident.
Oh. So they have to walk?
Their road trips are going to be very pedal heavy. Let's just say. You are limited in the radius, really, of where you can go to look at these wondrous sights. Anyways, you may not be shocked to learn that they fall in love.
I'm not that shocked.
No, I knew you wouldn't be. So, I mean, it's one of those movies, almost a cross between, like, Love, Simon and The Fault in Our Stars. So, you know, if you need a new romance to get into, this could be it.
This could be it for this weekend, at least.
This weekend, at least, that's right. Bring your Kleenex. It's a bit of a weeper, because they all are. I mean, it's not a good romance unless you cry. That is not true in marriages. As it turns out, in real life, like, you want to meet a man who doesn't make you cry. But the movies have led us to believe that just love should always be tragic and painful and hard. And that's what makes it worth it, because you have to save her because she's so damaged. And then it turns out he's also damaged. And
so he was a freak.
For a couple of 17-year-olds, these two are carrying around some deep burdens, some deep emotional scars. But the movie, it's like a young adult movie, so it doesn't really want to get into like all that.
And stuff?
You know? Right. And Keegan-Michael Key plays, I think, the guidance counselor at school / sometimes he's in classrooms. And so he's really encouraging him to like go to a support group, and he's like blowing it off. But sometimes he just disappears, and it's really hard on her because she doesn't know where he is. And, you know, it's the whole like, he didn't text me, is he ghosting me? It's like...
Problems I didn't have as a teenager in the 90s.
That's true, because you didn't have any girlfriends.
Yeah, well, also that, but...
But also that.
But also that. Also no texting.
Also no texting. That's right.
Like
you didn't even have a cell phone when we met.
No. But if someone wasn't home, I just assumed they weren't home. I didn't assume they were avoiding me.
No. And it was awful because you had to talk to their mom and dad.
I totally did. That was a terrible part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or worse, you called and got my sisters, who would go, Jay, there's a boy on the phone.
Well, that wasn't bad for me. That was just bad
for you. Yes. I'm sure you could hear me blushing over the phone.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. So anyways, this is a nice little love story for the 17-year-olds of today, and maybe the 27-year-olds and 37-year-olds who just, sometimes you have like 3 Hershey's Kisses and a box of tissues you weren't using, and now you have yourself a date night with yourself. Yeah. So a little bit superficial, but they're very charming, the 2 leads. They're very cute together. It's a very nice little movie. And a little like,
okay.
a little emo, I guess, because they're gonna ride into the sunset on their bicycles and live like Jack and Sally. Oh. Another reference you probably don't understand. And I totally have gone emo now. What happened to me? I need to start watching more documentaries.
Or superhero movies.
No, thank you.
Or Fast and Furious movies. We still do have to get you caught up before...
No, sir.
Before May.
Okay. Well, you know what? You watch this movie first.
Okay.
It never works on you. It's so
I'm
disappointing.
way ahead because this is probably like an hour and 40 minutes. And we have like 12 hours of Fast and Furious movies to get through.
Oh, God.
Actually, more than 12 hours.
Oh, help me, Jesus. All right. We got to end this here before I get myself into even more trouble. I have a feeling I'd be like, send help.
But it's good. It's a good movie.
It's really not too bad. I think, you know, a certain kind of person is going to click on this, a certain kind of person is not, and I think it's good enough to please the people who do.
Well, isn't that what matters?
Yes.
Like, it doesn't have to be a crossover.
Right. That's right. It's not like going to win any Oscars. It's not even going to win a Golden Globe. But hey, it's a free movie.
Teen
on
Choice, Best Kiss.
Ooh, that could happen.
Okay.
That could happen. No, again, I'm not even into this at all.
You know, they're like, what, in their mid to late 20s, those two?
Yeah. Old enough to be my mother, practically.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's definitely end there before you put your foot in your mouth.